number one thing that you can do is microchip your animal. As Terry said, keeping them in a safe location and secured during fireworks, turning on television or music, something to sort of dampen the sound, but absolutely get those animals microchipped.
We are going to be shocking some carp and collecting them out on Pickwick. But we got all these boats in the water to try and get people close together to have a tighter, better electrical field to kind of herd these fish towards the back of that embayment.
If you're over the age of 70 and you are caring for a spouse, a parent, somebody who's older, 66% of those people will predecease the person they're caring for because they're not taking care of themselves.
Catch them rainbows in my garden, display them on my salad plate. Red beets, carrots, yellow squash, green peas, and blueberries. Serve them with a golden smile.
They're just going to try to keep it in the middle of the field, I would think.
And he'll roll out to his right, looking for a receiver. Ball is caught. Oh my goodness.
Number 3 repass finds the back of the end zone. That's his 3rd time tonight that Bevan's gone to the back of the end zone. Repass has stepped out 2 times. Finally, they connected.
Fantastic patience shown there by Bevan as he was under pressure.
Historic Preservation Office being here tonight. We really appreciate you being here. And you know, the good thing is that staff has heard these and understands these and asked for that deferral, and the developer has agreed to it. And you know, as the SHPO office said, that you can't build a grave or a septic system on top of a grave. So, you know, that's not going to happen in Williamson County.
This fire captain will have an area of specialty, and their core focus is to work on that specialty during business hours, so essentially 8 to 4:30. But they also, a lot of what they end up doing is responding to fire calls because they do back up the volunteers as needed.
Trauma isn't always individualistic. In most cases, it's inherited. Sometimes too, we don't want to face the facts on that. And that's not something that we want to have shame on. We need to be more open and have these conversations.
I'm sorry I did not take you down under in pursuit of the bluest waters plunge, to float between the coral and cuddles and all that blooms in the salted seas.
So handoff right up the middle, big hole for Gecko. He's gonna make a couple Eagles miss.
Oh!
Admirals are gonna get themselves on the board.
After I donated all the books to the library and the Historic Commission teamed up to create the Heart for History Award in Spring Hill. I was the first recipient of the award, and that's how I got this pin, which the mayor gave me and called it the key to the city.
The statute does allow for those counties that have detention centers to contract with other counties that do not. There are only 23 counties out of 95 that actually have detention centers, and the sizes vary from 4 beds to over 100 beds.
Ever since I have met this handsome chap, just like my maiden heart, my watch seems to skip a beat and go out of rhythm. What magic does he possess?
I had Vanderbilt students one time over at Couchville, and they hadn't caught fish. They'd never caught fish in their life. And they were grinning like possums over bluegill that big. You know? So it's like, okay, now we understand it. And then you work your way up to doing, you learn more, and you work your way up into going and chasing them big old bass or big old catfish or whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
So now they're going to send Elrod out.
Now, you may look for a middle screen right here with Ford or some type.
Cleaving in. He's looking Elrod on the way. He's wide open. Nobody covered him. Elrod's going to take it in for the score. Everybody came up to cover Lee on the screen and let Elrod go.
I'm here this week with our dog of the week, Morgan.
who is about 4.5 years of age. And first off, I want to acknowledge Morgan's amazing face. The underbite, y'all, seriously, it's like a gator.
The soft, clicky, unfamiliar sounds of hidden birds talking behind the bright maple or oak leaves could be robins and redbirds and black-capped chickadees murmuring together.
My name is Roger Shields. I'm the Wild Turkey Program Coordinator for Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Did you know that wild turkey young are what we call precocial? That means when they hatch, they're fully feathered and can move around on their own and find food for themselves, basically within a couple hours of hatching.
The shooting sports is a big thing here in Tennessee, and it continues to grow, and it's probably one of the leading programs that people want to get involved in these days.
Yeah, shooting sports is the fastest growing segment of all sports, really.
Okay.
Women, actually here in Tennessee, we actually out-recruit women in the Southeast by 21.2%.
Critchlow is yet to throw a pass. Grimes, double
The
reverse.
He's going to pass it, looking to pass.
Going to throw to Critchlow.
In the corner, touchdown.
Got it! Evans to Critchlow. Dial it up. Touchdown.
Our community continues to have great leaders. Do not let anyone tell you, though, it's easy. Leaders in Williamson County will tell you the public service is deep, thought-provoking, selfless, and it is very important. And like the threads that are woven into the Williamson County quilt, we are stronger together.
This morning, we're welcoming over 300 new educators to Franklin High School for our new educator induction.
This is the Williamson County orientation for just new teachers in Williamson County.
What makes this difficult is that this animal, the green salamander, is a 3 to 5 inch animal. We are on Bear Hollow Mountain, which is thousands of acres of land. The habitat that we're looking in is rock outcroppings.
So you start hearing your stuff on the radio, that's a big deal. What's even bigger is when a check comes to your house that has more money in it than any house anyone in your family has ever owned.
Wow.
And you're like, we just laid it on the table. My grandmother and mother had moved up here by then, and my sister was with us. So the four of us just sat there and looked at it like, what do we do with that?
He did not play in the first half, but came out smoking in the second half.
He's currently running up and down the sidelines right now as Sanders is loose, and he has got the first down and more as he dives into the end zone for a huge Cougar touchdown. That's going to put him up with 1:55 here remaining in the third.